Next person I have is Joel, right? The reason I have Joel here is because Joel just looked well put together. I was presentable when I see him, and he's fit, of course. Mr. Joel, Mr. Sharpman.
Mr. Amali, what's up?
What's your regimen? Like, what do you do? What created all of that? That sleek, slender, fit frame?
Well, to answer your question directly, it began as a mental situation. So
Okay.
my journey into fitness actually began as me trying to escape from certain personal struggles I was, experiencing. And so for me, fitness was like a good escape. I couldn't fix certain issues in my mind mentally, so I could probably work my body. You know what I'm saying? So, and I actually began with cardio. I know a lot of you guys don't like cardio. Cardio is my thing. I first realized that I had good stamina just running. I was playing, I don't know, I think I was playing hide and seek one day and something. And I just kept chasing my cousin, just kept chasing her and chasing her. She just kept running. I would just chase and chase and just don't stop. She got tired and I caught her. And
so you have stamina, but you're slow. Cause are you chasing
Exactly,
somebody
exactly,
for
exactly.
so long and you can catch them?
I'm long distance. So I began cardio running long distance. I could run, 8-10 miles easily at any given time. So that was my introduction to fitness. And then gradually it transitioned to, lifting, functional fitness. So I do high intensity training, I do lifting, I do strength training, I do cardio training, I do yoga, stretching. So it kind of brought everything into it just to create that balance in body.
You do.
So my philosophy is the same way you train your mind, you train your body and you keep it balanced.
So it's not like you do everything. You see, you do yoga, you do strength training, you run 10 miles. What else you do?
Not every day, but yeah.
You're hiking. So what does your routine look like in a week? Because you said a lot. So what does your Monday, Tuesday?
Monday typically is a lifting day for me. No, I'm also a trainer, so I have clients on a regular basis. So for me, I work out 7 days a week. And so my first session would probably begin in the morning, like around 5:40 in the morning.
Not to cut you off. What day is your rest day?
0.
Okay.
No
We are
rest day.
Paraman on board. That's cool.
So for me, it's more like a lifestyle. It's not about looking good, it's about feeling good in a sense. And fitness makes me feel good. The Bible says, seek ye first and all other things are added. So this is just an extra thing that's added. For me, it's just about, feeling good. And, I can run for 5-6 miles and just have my mind zone out, meditate, pray, think about the good things in life, be positive. And, you're done and you just burn, 600 calories and you just kind of refresh your mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's a simple thing to do because my body naturally is inclined toward that good feeling. But Monday is our strength day. Tuesday is like a cardio day. So again, with the personal training, I'm working out with my clients. So like every single day, like 3 sessions a day or 2 sessions a day.
Oh, so you do your workouts with the clients and stuff?
Usually, yes.
So you gain an extra workout?
Right,
okay.
Because I'm always, cueing and showing form and I'm always guiding. And a lot of my progress has come from literally just kind of demonstrating to clients how to do a perfect squat or, how to do a jump squat or how to do a push-up. So like you're always kind of focusing on that form and, just because you want to make sure that they're doing the correct thing because you've already gone through it, I've already done it, I've perfected it. So my goal is to have them perfected as well. And so, 3 times a day, 2 times a day. And, part of my regimen is also cardio, like I said. So I do indoor cycling. There's a lot of indoor cycling happening like every single day as well.
So the cycling you do with the clients too?
Correct.
You have multiple sets of clients in a day?
Correct.
So you working out multiple times a day?
Pretty much.
You working out 7 days a week?
Sundays typically is like a stretch day. So, but when I stretch, I do like an hour stretching. So, yeah.
So not only are you working out 7 days a week, you working out, okay, cool.
I mean, I view this thing like brushing my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
so
brushing your teeth is exercise?
No,
that's what you mean when you
I
see
view
yourself.
exercise as brushing my teeth. It's a must-do project.
Oh, okay.
It's like
I thought you were about to say.
it's one of the things you do the first thing you wake up. You pray, you eat, you work out, you brush your teeth, do whatever, in whatever sequence you need to do it. But for me,
Okay.
that's a part of life. You
I
know?
thought you was about to hit me with the, well, I walk the stairs at work, so that's exercise. When I go to the bathroom or break, that's exercise. Okay.
That's also exercise
So-
as well, yeah.
Eating wise, what does your diet look like? What do you eat? Like, you eat steak, chicken?
So I'm
eat junk food?
I mean, I'm naturally inclined to chicken and fish.
Okay.
I'm more of a white meat kind of guy. I do ever so often dabble in, a little steak and cheeseburger here and there. But specifically speaking, again, it's just a philosophy of knowing exactly what your body needs. And, there's a lot of, self-damage that we do by the food we intake. And, I just prefer to not, dabble in anything that's just too damaging to your body. McDonald's, once in a while. Wendy's, once in a while. Little new fast food place, once in a while. I love ice cream. I love Haagen-Dazs ice cream. So
What's once in a while? Because you mentioned
sometimes.
ice cream, you mentioned McDonald's.
So maybe,
Over
I mean,
7
again,
days a week.
I work out every day. So it's like, for me, like once on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like once a month or
Okay.
twice a month on a Sunday, I do something that's deviating from my diet. But my diet is typically in the morning, yogurt, nuts. For lunch, a big lunch. Salmon. I do eat like, carbs here and there, mashed potato, pumpkin, ground food.
Okay.
For dinner, it's typically like a smoothie or a shake. And, that's it for me.
Okay.
So, but in the day, I'm snacking on different things. So I maintain that calorie intake because I'm so active. So it's like a granola bar, some nuts, some fruits here and there, just to maintain the calorie and energy intake, because I can't, realistically keep going without, of course, taking food and fuel every single day, well, every single hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, you said you're a trainer.
correct.
What kind of services you provide to your client? Is it like a
So-
particular thing, like, are you just doing the biking, or is it like what else do you do besides biking for the
So we
clients?
do indoor cycling at this studio called Right Into Fitness. It's at Watapana Mall, across from Plaza East, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. And all folks are welcome, young, old, in between. It doesn't really matter who you are. We cater to all ages and all groups, and so that's pretty much Monday to Thursday, 6 o'clock. And my clients are pretty much home. I do home visits.
Okay.
So I would say 80% of my clientele
Is home visit?
go to your home. I bring the weights, I bring the bands, or you already have your bands and weights. And depending on what you're working on, we target that specific area. At some homes, I have 4 clients. At some homes, I have 1. At one, I have like 2. So it just depends on exactly who you are, on that particular day. Before I start any specific workout routine with a client, we sit down, we talk about you, specifically what you need, the things that you find challenging. And that's where, like Tia said, the compassion comes in. A lot of folks are going through a lot of different challenges in life. My thing is, if you have the willingness to spend your money, right, on the service, I'm going to give you my full attention. You know what I'm saying? And once you have that, I'm going to ask for one thing in return from you. You know what I'm saying? Energy begets energy. I'm going to give you my energy, so give me some energy back. And so once I have that, then we could vibe. And depending on what you need, the workout routine is targeted to you specifically. If you want to, gain butt, if you want to gain legs, if you want to, target your core. Again, my focus is functional fitness, so I'm pretty much coached in high intensity training, run training, strength training, body weight training, calisthenics, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the house, huh?
I also have clients who are like in their 50s, and we focus more on like low impact, of course, not much jumping and not much plyometrics, but more, into the aerobic zone, and minor strength as well. So it just depends on who you are. We give you what you need.
So you do the biking, you do the
Right.
home visits, you do hiking too. Is that
hiking.
thing you do for your clients,
hiking.
or?
I do hiking tours mostly. Well, for people who are visiting the island. It pretty much just falls under my fitness brand. So anybody who wants to go to say, you know what, I like fitness, I want to do something fun, let's go on a hike. Hiking is subtle, steady state cardio. So even though you might not think that you're working out, you're moving toward a destination, and all you want to do is see St. Croix or see the tide pools or see wherever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On that journey, you're actually targeting specific muscle groups, and you're actually burning and working that respiratory system as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go off topic, right? The man just shop.
I don't see it.
What goes into when you decide?
So I'm always on the go, man. I'm bottom long and I'm top short. So whatever I wear is typically going to pretty much accommodate that. Cargo pants, whether it's joggers.
What's bottom long?
Long
That's
legs.
long legs.
Long legs.
That's a bottom line.
Bottom long and top short. So long legs, short torso. So I'm pretty much a t-shirt and shorts kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And pretty much I'm always on the go. So whatever works for that specific gig, toss it on and I'm out.
That's it. I believe it's more to it than that.
As a runner by trade, or initially I was a runner. My fitness journey began with running. So I was doing relays in triathlons, doing 5Ks, 10Ks, different things like that, because that was my passion, and that was how I kind of zoned out with running. I learned the hard way, and this is why I can be a good resource for most people. I learned the hard way that you can't just jump into things. You know what I mean? And that's why I incorporate a lot of stretching, a lot of different workout forms and types. Running, with my first couple months running, I developed what's called plantar fasciitis. And I had knee issues, I had foot issues, had to stop running for like 2 years to get fully healed.
Oh, wow.
It was that bad. And so, from that I learned, and I began to incorporate stretching and different, energy zones. And so you can do a good workout and actually burn muscle by doing isometric workout. So you're reducing impact, no jumping, no major heavy jerk lifting. Anything that's going to be putting stress on your joints is considered, high impact. And when you're up there in age, I think I'm getting up there in age, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35 years old, and I'm already feeling the effects of joint damage from running. And so, for me, that's important. And so, with my clients who are like up there in age, I focus a lot on stretching, getting those joints loose before we start any exercise. That's very important. Like 20 minutes of stretching, and then after that, depending on what we're doing, what I'm saying, any workout we do, there's no impact, and then there's no like rigid hit or tax on your joints. So if we're squatting in an isometric fashion, nice and slow, negative on the drop. And if we're doing any push-ups, again, we're not doing plyo push-ups or fast push-ups, we're going really, really slow. If we're lifting, I'm always there kind of guiding the muscle to kind of help the joints and be in the right location and different things like that. So depending on what you need, we can tailor an exercise specifically for that. But if you're wanting to protect your body, then you want to kind of focus more on low impact exercises that will not impact those knees, those elbow joints, the wrists, and things like that. Yeah.
So the next question.
It's hard to stay motivated, and I think that's like my biggest thing. It's hard to just stay consistent. What are your tips that you give like some of your clients to just stay consistent?
Tips to stay consistent.
So I have a strong connection. I'm not perfect in any form whatsoever, but I have a strong connection to my faith, and so that is sort of my motivator for me in a sense. And I'm also a firm believer in, again, a lot of us tend to focus on, school, books, college, education, and we constantly get our minds stimulated. And there's a connection between wholesome body mechanics and function and long life. It's science, it's scientific. You can't have an imbalance anywhere and expect to, be long-lived. If your mind is stimulated, your body has to be as well. So for me, knowing those concepts, it's easy for me. But for people who don't really have that inherent motivation, I just kind of tell them, find that one thing in your life that's worth it. I'm saying, what is it that you find most important? Like for me, when I'm running sometimes, and I'm so dead tired and I really can't go anymore, I think about my niece or nephew. I'm like, okay, if I don't finish this mile, then perhaps something bad will happen to them. I don't know. Like I kind of force my brain to kind of find its own motivation. You know what I mean?
Dude, you was going good. You was going good, and then you just. I'm like. I
think everybody has their own method.
Okay.
But for me, I finish reps by imagining that if I don't, detriment will befall me or family. You know what I mean? So like you kind of trick your brain.
Like step on a crack, you break your mom's back.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
And for me, I think the thing is start early. That's my one main tip. Start early. Get it done in the morning. Get it done real quick. First thing you wake up, you do your ablutions, you pray, you meditate, you do your morning routine, and you just jump into it. Even if you have to wake up 1 extra hour on in the morning, make it be the first thing you do, because once you've done it, that's it. It's over. It's done. Even if it's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you can jump on YouTube and do a quick, 10-minute workout and burn, a decent amount of calories, and that afterburn effect takes you, through the entire day. So even as you're eating food and even as you're carrying on, you're still burning calories from what you did that morning. And so just make it something like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make this change before I brush my teeth or after, before I shower. I'm not gonna shower unless I get sweaty. I'm gonna get sweaty by exercising. And you kind of like make things line up in your head. And in a sense, it kind of lines up, in life. So it's kind of difficult for any one person to say, I can take motivation from seeing someone else. It has to come from inside, to be honest. But for me, I just kind of trick my brain, and that's what I do. And so...
I was telling you. You had a question back there?
Comment question. Okay, so that's the motivation. So now, one of my biggest challenge for myself is I don't like driving to beast that hill. I don't like getting in my car driving to Lorraine.
You don't like driving to any gym.
Lorraine is right.
I don't
So let me
like
ask you this.
driving.
Are you self-motivated or are you motivated externally?
When you say self-motivated, okay, I know that I need to exercise because for me, I just feel better about myself when I exercise. I feel like it lifts my spirit. I just feel better about life and my brain.
Yeah.
It develops my brain. So I know that I have to exercise, but I don't do it because I have to. I don't want to drive to this hill and I get really like pissy about it. And is my neighborhood a neighborhood that I'm gonna like take a walk in? And
So maybe a gym doesn't work for you then. You can like, for me, all my coaches are online. When I first began working out, I joined this fitness group called Beach Body Online or whatever, only because their trainers are all certified, and I got certified through a different medium. But because I was following them, I already had a ground, like a framework of how to be a trainer, how to be a coach, and so I still follow them, and I can work out with just my body and probably burn as much or more calories as somebody in the gym who works out the same amount of time with weights. It just depends on what you do. And so if the gym isn't for you, then you might want to explore just staying home. I have a power tower, I have a dumbbell set, a bench that I bought over time, I have different equipment, bands, and there are different things that you can accomplish effectively from home, just as if you were in the gym.
When he said stay home, he meant stay home and work out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying stay home and sleep.
Stay home
So,
and work out.
one of my best cardio workouts at home is jump rope. I would jump rope for like a good 5 minutes straight. After that, do a couple push-ups and then back to jumping rope. There's a bunch of things you can do to kind of make up for the lack of equipment or lack of, being in a gym with weights and what have you. So if your motivation and if your, I guess, one detraction or the thing that's kind of holding you back is getting to the gym, then just stay home.
I feel like since I relocated back home, I gained so much weight, and it's just because I don't have access to the gym. I've lived in communities away where the gym is right. Downstairs, the gym is in your apartment.
Yeah, I hear you.
You live in a
Yeah.
neighborhood with sidewalks that you feel safe walking around, walking down
But
every
you
day,
have
take a
access
jog.
to the gym.
I live near walking trails, and I come to St. Croix. I have to jump in my car, drive to the waterfront, jump in my car, drive to the
Do you feel like you need to be in the gym to work out?
But I like outdoors. I like being able to go outside and take a walk, take a light jog. I do like being outdoors. Because I have a treadmill at home that I don't use.
So when I'm going to the beast, I could let you know when I'm going to the beast and you'll come.
So you gone run twice. You have equipment home that you don't use and equipment in the gym that you don't want to go to. So what you need is just a motivation to really start, just begin, just doing something. That's all you need to just do something, period. So if you need like actual routines and examples, then that's easy. A trainer can get that done for you quickly. Equipment and the things you're using are important. Looking good in the gym, looking good outside in your fitness clothes, that's fine. But the things that you're utilizing to work out with, those are very important. If you need to wear a wrist brace to kind of keep your wrist supported, for bench presses or for pull-ups. If you need to wear a knee brace because your knee's on the mend or healing from some injury and different things like that. So all these things are kind of going to be, helpful on your journey. And prevention, like, we all like to say, is better than cure. And so one of the things that I learned as you know, you were saying, was the correct footwear. I wouldn't go running wearing basketball shoes. I wouldn't go running wearing hiking shoes. I wouldn't go running wearing swimming shoes or, you know, water shoes. I wouldn't, you know, attempt to do cross training in hiking shoes either. So whatever you're wearing and you know, your footwork does play a role in whether you're effective on your fitness journey or not, because you can avoid so many injuries and so many, you know, drawbacks on your journey if you wear the right footwear. And so for me, getting healed from plantar fasciitis, a part of what I had to do was wear a night splint, pull dorsiflex the foot back all the way at night. It was uncomfortable.
You know, a person can just kind of lift your foot up a little bit more so people can kind of see what you kind of like wearing and...
This is just a casual RBX off-brand shoe from Ross.
but it works.
And I do exercise in it mostly when I'm lifting, but I wouldn't run in these. These are not good traction for running at all. Okay. So, and then cushioning, you know what I'm saying, you know, once you, depending on if you've got an extra arch in your foot or if you're flat-footed, you know, doctors, specialists, they can assist and guide you in terms of what best footwear to, you know, to adopt for any specific, you know, training routine. But mainly with running, you've got to be careful because there's so many injuries that you can get easily, quickly. Just because your impact is off, because your gait is unsteady, and because the footwear there's an imbalance in your shoes. You know, one side of the shoe sole is off, and the other one isn't. It's, you know, the angle is not right. So all these things do play a role in you being effective on that journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how can the people get in contact with you, Mr. Trainer?
So I'm on Instagram mainly.
What's your handle?
The handle is jowellness. My name is Joel, and the handle is jowellness. So it's jowellness.stx on Instagram. And there's a link there to my Calendly page for booking hikes, for booking consultations. And pretty soon there'll be a little section there for booking online training as well with me also.
Okay.
So yeah, coming soon. It depends on what you need.
Well, all that can be discussed afterwards. So, Joel, thanks for coming.
Definitely, my pleasure.
Go to his Instagram and go and click on all those links.